Hi, my name is Tracy Phillips. I'm Director of Golf at Cedar Ridge Country Club in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. I'm here today to talk to you about the Putting Tracer, a very unique and very good putting training aid that allows you as a golfer to have instant feedback on learning how to make more putts. You know what the Putting Tracer does, it allows me to set the ball in position in my stance consistently. We have mirrors positioned on the Putting Tracer that allows also my eyes to be positioned in a way in which I can get my eyes either slightly underneath, and again I can do that by seeing my eyes in that mirror. There's a lot of good putters on tour that have that eye line position. These are players that typically stand a little further from the ball. Consequently, they also have more of an arcing stroke, and that is what this Putting Tracer is set up as, is a slight arcing stroke. Because of the distance I'm standing away from the ball, allows me to let the putter swing slightly in and then back to square and then back in. The tracks or the tracer will be able to be adjusted based upon that person's how they like to set up. If I'm more over the ball with my eyes and positioned a little bit better over the ball with my arms, then consequently I might want the putter to swing more straight back and straight through. It just depends on the person and their habits and where they like to position their body as well as their eyes. Now, again, the benefit of the Putting Tracer allows me to set up the same way every single time. I can use the mirror to also position my hands in a relationship to the ball where I'd like to see them. And then, obviously, the tracks give me that instant feedback as to where that putter tends to be swinging, either back in the backswing or through the through swing. Hi, my name is Tracy Phillips. I'm Director of Golf at Cedar Ridge Country Club in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm here today to talk to you about the Swing Tracer, a very unique and a very simple way of being able to identify your golf swing. I think the Swing Tracer will help you to develop a more consistent swing and an understanding of what you're doing wrong with your ball flight. You know what the Swing Tracer does, this enables me. As you watch players on tour, there's all kinds of different swings out there. The critical thing, the thing that they do very common, is how they deliver the club into the back of the ball. And you see a lot of players that have up and out, up swings where they reroute it coming down underneath. You have players that take it inside and come a little bit over. But the thing that the guys do on tour very, I'd say very consistently, is how they deliver the club head back to the ball. What the Swing Tracer does, this enables a person to have that instant feedback as to where the club is tending to come from in the downswing. Okay? It also helps a little bit with how you take the club back, but again, what's really important is how the club is being delivered to the back of the ball. So if I'm someone that's a puller and a slicer, I would know that the club is coming from the outside, cutting across the ball with the face open. Okay? So in order to fix that, my goal would be to try to come back, let the club come down more from the inside, almost trying to hit the inside track, but more importantly, understand what the club face is doing at impact. So again, the Swing Tracer enables me to figure out what type of path I have in order to, what type of path I have into the back of the ball. But again, the most critical issue is what the club face is doing at that time of contact. Oh man. Hi, my name is Tracy Phillips. I'm Director of Golf at Cedar Ridge Country Club in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. I'm here today to introduce to you the Iron Tracer, and as well as Fairway Wood Tracer. What this machine does, this allows you as a golfer to get a better idea as to where your golf club's coming from as you're approaching into the back of the ball in your downswing. There's many ways of swinging the golf club as we know it from looking at PGA and LPGA tours. Not everybody has the same golf swing, but the consistency that they have coming into the back of the ball is what really counts. And again, depending on what path you have into the back of the ball and what your club face is doing at the time you're hitting the ball results in your bad ball flights. So what the tracer does, this enables you to quickly identify your path. Obviously, if the ball is swinging and spinning to the right and slicing, then the face is open through impact, and so consequently, one way of trying to offset that is we tend to swing from the outside, and so consequently we're hitting these outside tracks. On the opposite, which is usually a better player's mistake, as I swing back, if the club actually travels too much from the inside, consequently I'd be hitting the inside tracks closest to my body. That person will find that their ball is usually a push to the right as well as an overhooking shot to the left. You've got really two types of golfers, and just understanding what path you have and what face angle you have coming into the ball is going to determine what type of ball flight you have. The swing tracer, made for both irons and fairway woods, gives you that instant feedback to help you identify that problem so that you can begin to make better swings and more consistent shots, even without possibly a teacher.
Swing Tracer can help you make a perfect swing as well. This time I want to teach you a little bit about what the Swing Tracer does. It's a great system for a beginning golfer to learn a small motion. Usually what I'll do with a beginning golfer, I'll bring out the Swing Tracer, teach him the correct grip, start with a little chipping motion, just a basic chip and run motion with an 8-iron, and just have him make very small motions. The great thing about the Swing Tracer is it trains the person to kind of help them swing the club correctly on the correct path, although we also have to talk about face angle as well. But the instant feedback, if a person comes in too much from the inside, they're going to hit this number 1 track, and usually that person's also going to be someone that tends to hit behind the ball as well. The Swing Tracer, especially for the beginning golfer, the thing that's the most important thing to realize is that I'll teach a beginning golfer to make very small swings, even slow motion swings. And what's the most important aspect of the golf swing learning in the first phase of it is learning to square the golf club up. And you see as I'm doing that, I'm coming in, and the track numbers 3 and 4 is where the ball position would be. So I'm going to teach that person and help train him to come in and really square the club face up. You can see the back of my left hand and the club face, provided I've taught him a neutral grip, that those match up and those would be pointing down the target line. So if I can make a small swing or teach a beginning golfer to make a very small swing learning to square the club face up, then he has no reason to offset a bad path with that face angle. Again, the main reason why people, even starting or beginning golfers, the main reason why they slice is because the face is open, and so then they disrupt that path of their swing by swinging out to in because they're afraid of the ball going to the right. So any beginning golfer that plays this game with the Swing Tracer can learn the correct motion in taking the club away from the ball. The tracks 1 and 2 help establish, you see, if I took the club inside, I would hit the number 1 track. Or if I shoved my arms out away from my body as I went back, it would hit the number 2 track. So again, a beginning golfer, it's a great tool for him just to learn to make small swings, learning to come in and score that club face up, and then he'll be able to come through and make better path golf swings.